Hi, Tracy Schubert here at College Hill CrossFit, bringing you the standards for our event 4, Thrust Me or Thrust Me Not. So first let's talk about the workouts. For the RX division, this is going to consist of 4, 3, 2 of rounds of wall walks, 4 reps wall walks, 4 reps burpee box jump overs, 4 thrusters, followed then by the same athlete completing 3, 3, 3 of those movements, and then 2, 2, 2. Starting with the male athletes first, and then they will tag the second male who will come in and complete those same movements. Then to meet female 1 and female 2. For the elite division, we're going to be changing the rep scheme to 8, 6, and 4. And this will include the movements of deficit handstand push-ups, and then the same 2 movements of burpee box jumps and thrusters. And they'll be going the same athlete completing again 8, 8, 8, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. So let's talk about the movement standards for each of these. And we'll talk about the 2 easy ones first. For the first one, we're talking about burpee box jump overs. We're going to have our standard box here, set to 20 inches. The athlete standards are going to be the burpee, which is a standard burpee. So his chest is going to touch the ground, chest hips on the ground. As he comes up to initiate the box jump over piece, the standards that we're going to have are you lead from 2 feet and you'll be landing from 2 feet. And you can choose to either clear the box or touch the box on the way over. So what he's going to do is his burpee, and then he's going to land on 2 feet. So he can choose to do lateral burpees or he can choose to do box facing burpees. Again, the standards are that he leaves from 2 feet and lands on 2 feet. All right, great. So moving on to our thruster. Again, this is our standard thruster. All of us have done Fran, so we are familiar with this movement. We are going to allow squat cleans into the first rep. The weights again are 115 and 75 for the RX division and 135 and 95. So a rep will be initiated with the barbell on the ground. He will then either power clean and front squat his first rep or squat clean into his first rep. So we're going to do 1 rep of him squat cleaning into his first rep. He's going to come out of the ground into 1 continuous movement and finish with the barbell overhead. His arms again extended, and his barbell is going to be locked out overhead, and he'll be stacked over his shoulder hips, showing full extension at the top before he comes back into his second rep. All right, one thing that we're going to talk about here is thruster jerks are not going to be allowed. So everybody's seen that movement where it kind of has that pause and you re-dip into going overhead. That is not acceptable. We're doing the thruster, which is a 1 single movement into the overhead position. So again, we're going to show you 2 more movements of a squat clean thruster. Let's power clean into the front squat so you can then clean it in the upright position and then initiate the first thruster. So let's show one of those. Good. And then we can actually do down into the second rep. Again, the other standards are his hip crease is going below his knee, and he's showing full lockout at the top. Good. Now we're going to show a couple of no reps. We're going to show a thruster jerk. Okay? And we're going to show him not getting into full lockout overhead. Good. So you see the difference. All right, very good. All right, so those are the 2 easy movements, standard thrusters and standard burpee box jump overs. Now we're going to talk about the other piece. And so for the 2 movements to differentiate between the wall walks and the deficit handstand push-ups, we're going to have a standard taped out 36 by 24 inch taped out platform here. And what's going to happen is for the wall walk, the athlete is going to initiate from his chest on the ground and his toes are on the ground in his starting position. Now, so his chest will touch each time as he comes back down. He will then press up and his legs will go up into the overhead position. His entire hand, including his fingers, must go inside the box visibly on the inside perimeter, which it's the inside perimeter is 24 by 36. Then he can come back out. And he must touch all the way to the ground. Again, his chest, hips, toes are on the ground, and then he can go back up into his second rep here. Now, the other point is this box is here so that we see his legs are held overhead instead of finishing in this wide split position, which will not be accepted. So he must show control with his feet at the top inside the box. Okay, good. So that's the standards on a wall walk. Show me a couple of reps that would not be good. So maybe not getting your hands all the way with your fingers outside. This would be, okay, that would not be a good rep. And then when your feet out too wide. You finish in here. That would not be a good rep. Good. Okay, very good. So those are our standards on our wall walks. Now, we're going to bring plates in. We're going to still use this same taped out position on the floor. 25s. We're using standard pin blade bumpers. We're going to put our 25s down and 45s. This is going to create our deficit. So we'll measure this out for you guys so that you are able to recreate this in your own gyms for practice purpose. We have about a 5 1/4, and then there will be an ad mat in the center. Okay, so this is going to create our deficit. So our standards for a handstand push-up are our hands are going to be on the plate. For some of you that your fingers fall into the center holes, not a problem. The only piece is your hands have to be on the plate. If they are slightly outside of this line, that's just as long as they're on the plate. That is our standard for hand placement. Now, as far as feet and the starting position, the start of the handstand push-up will start into a fully extended position on the wall, showing control with his feet on the wall. So, and I'm going to have him kick up and do a few of these in a second. He will then descend down, his head will touch the ab mat. He can then do a strict handstand push-up, or he can do a kipping handstand push-up. The point of performance that we're looking for is at the finished position on top. His feet are going to be inside this marked box. And as far as where your butt touches on the wall, we're not going to get critical of that. It is feet at the top, showing control, touching at the bottom. All right, so we're going to show you a few reps.
Good reps.
Yeah, we're going to show you a few good reps. So he's going to start. This is the start position. He touches. He then can kip up, finishes showing control with his feet at the top, comes back down into another rep, and does that strict. Both all good reps. And again, as far as standards going with our, we're looking for showing our shoulders opening up, okay? We're not going to get as concerned as far as your head all the way through, but the shoulders must be open and stacked in that extended position on the wall. Now, a couple of other things, no reps. So if he were to start with his head already on the mat and kick up into this first one, that first one would not count. So we are starting the count from the fully extended position on the wall. So show me one rep where you come in and you get your head on the ground first. All right. So that would not count as a rep. However, now he comes back down. That is a good rep. Good. And those are the standards on our handstand push-ups. Get ready for some fun. This was Thrust Me or Thrust Me Not.